Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to Korean Atlanta Mentorship. And in this video, we're going to talk about velocity banking and wealth creation on steroids, right? And we're going to combine another concept that I learned a long time ago with velocity banking from one of my mentors. And one of my mentors always says the same thing to me or to everybody else he talks to, which is the easiest way to create wealth out of thin air. And if you've never heard of that, it's basically buying real estate at a discount. Okay, so before we actually get into the topic, let me just actually review this situation here. So this is a situation that a lot of Americans kind of don't really think about. If they'd rather pay, you know, a higher price at a low interest rate versus a low price at a higher interest rate, right? And too many Americans, they look at a low interest rate and the monthly payment, right? So in these two situations, let's assume that we're buying a home 100% financed, right? And they have the same exact monthly payment. If you do like a Google search on a mortgage calculator, they have the same exact monthly payment. But let's just assume that we have these two options, right? And the funny thing is, for both of these scenarios, at the end of 30 years, you'll pay the exact same amount. So they have a lot in common. But which one is preferred, right? And I'm going to give you my answer, my mentor's answer. It would be option number B, right? And the easiest way to create wealth out of thin air is buying real estate at a discount. Think of it like this, right? Let's say you won the lottery tomorrow. You bought the house today, and you won the lottery tomorrow, and you paid off your house. You get a $90,000 discount. Now, given if you pay it for 30 years, it's going to be exactly the same, right? But if you paid this, right, and you won the lottery tomorrow, you basically got a discount for $90,000 or you saved $90,000, right? So even though it's the exact same monthly payment, but even though it's a higher interest rate, this is a lot more preferred. Because, and here's the thing, you can always think of that purchase price as mandatory, but the interest is optional if you learn how to pay it off quickly. And velocity banking is one of the tools available to learn how to pay a home off quickly, right? So you combine the two concepts. So basically, what is wealth creation on steroids? Learning how to buy homes at a discount. That's really what it is. And then you combine that with velocity banking. And you might be thinking, is that possible? Is it possible to buy a home at a discount, especially these days? And here's one home that I bought in 2022 for $330,000, which is his estimate, right? And we bought it for 210, 210, and this is at the peak of the market, right? 2022 was the peak of the market, and so a lot, whether it's a good market or a bad market, I'm going to tell you the secret of buying homes at a discount and creating wealth out of thin air. And the secret is learn to love how to help people, right? So if you learn to love how to help people and even go out of your way to make offers, maybe 6 out of 7 offers will be rejected, and write a bunch of letters and make a bunch of phone calls to find people who are going to willingly trade equity for a peace of mind because, you were the only person out there who went out of the way to help that person, they'll give you a discounted house, right? They'll sell you a discounted house. And then once you have that discounted house, you apply velocity banking and you'll not only just create wealth out of thin air, you might even create cash flow at a much faster speed than you thought was possible, especially if this is a rental house. Now, if this is your own personal house, that's awesome too because you'll pay off your own personal house in no time. But what I'm saying is that if you combine these two concepts of buying a house at a discount and using velocity banking, that's wealth creation on steroids. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to show you how this works out in a velocity banking calculator. I call it the velocity banking cheat sheet. And I actually got this from Renatus. So if you don't know what Renatus is, they're an educational company. They got communities all over the nation, including Atlanta right here. I'm actually part of this, of Renatus. I'm what you call an independent contracted marketer. So what that means is that I actually, share and sell the education, get a little commission if you want to enroll. And I promote Renage just because I feel like it's helped me learn all these concepts that I'm talking about. In addition to velocity banking, here's the thing, folks. Don't just stop at velocity banking because once you pay off your debt, there's a next step. Go ahead and create wealth. Okay. So let's go ahead and use this cheat sheet right here. And this cheat sheet's only available to Renatus members. Um, Go ahead and put in the information. Okay. So let's just compare scenario A to scenario B. So I'm going to put in this $300,000 loan balance, and we'll just assume that we just got this loan today. 3% interest rate, and what's that monthly payment? Let's take a look right here. 1264.81. Okay, so 1264.81. All right. Now let's just assume, right, that we're just have a $5,000 income and $1,500 living expense. Okay. Let's take a look here at the payoff. So it's about 8.2 years, and we pay about 40K in interest. Right. So let's go ahead and write that down. Okay. So 8.2 years and 40K of interest. Okay. Now let's compare to buying it at 210. Okay, same exact income and situation, but we're going to flip the interest rate in the purchase price. So let's just go ahead and do this. 210, oopsie, 210, 960, 210, 960. So let's go ahead and do that. 210, 960 at a 6% interest rate, right? Same monthly payment, because again, if you pay for 30 years, these two situations are literally the same to you as the buyer, right? But let's go ahead and take a look at the difference. You see that the payoff date is sped up. So we went from 8.2 years to 6.1 years. Isn't it crazy? And here's the thing. You might have to pay a little bit more interest because it says 41.6K right here. 41.6K. So let's just call it 41K. Now you might be thinking, okay, well, you paid it off earlier, but look at this. You paid a little bit more interest. But we have to look at the big picture, okay? Because here's the thing. The purchase price is 300K and the interest is 40K. And so what are we paying in total? 340K, right? But for option B, the purchase price was 210, okay? And then maybe the interest is a little bit more, but how much are we paying? 251K, okay? Look at that incredible savings that we're getting. And essentially, we just didn't have to pay 90K, right? Because we bought it at a discount, right? So the interest we pay off, or the interest that we have to pay, is almost the same, but the payoff time is quicker. And because we bought it at a discount, we save so much more money, right? We save about 90K by buying at a discount, even though the payoff time is quicker and the interest from the loans itself are mostly the same when we use velocity banking. Okay, so you see the big advantage of buying real estate at a discount. Remember, the principal is mandatory. The purchase price is mandatory, but the interest is optional. So if you use a debt acceleration method like velocity banking or whatever your preferred method is, just realize that you need to combine not only use velocity banking as one of your tools in your tool belt, but also combine it with another tool, or I don't know if you would call it a tool, another concept of buying real estate at a discount, which is essentially wealth creation on steroids. And you can do it, right? I did it. I bought it. I did it at the peak of the market. So this is not videos, not just only for you, it's only for me too, because I had to fall in love with the process of, working my tail off to find people in distress and helping them so that, we can get these houses. And, once people see that you're willing to help them, they're going to trade equity for a peace of mind. Okay. All right. So this is Korean Atlanta Mentorship. If you're interested in joining our group, go ahead and click the Google form link below. Other than that, have a great day, everybody, and we'll speak next time.